Gabagool, gabagool, and we started the podcast. Just had to do that at the beginning to test the mics. Everything's good. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to an iteration of the Hot Rod Daddy Andy show that will not be happening all the time. This is just because I want to create content right now because we went to a show last night in downtown Chicago at the Concord Music Hall. Night of the Super Wrestlers, Return of the Super Wrestlers. It was the third show in a trilogy. As I said, this is Hot Rod Daddy Andy. I am shooting this podcast right now because it was my goal to create content, and my goal was to actually create video form content. But right now, we don't have guests. We don't have anyone coming over to shoot, so we decided today would be a good day to start just putting stuff out there into the world. So if you're a sponsor, if you're a person who wants to come talk on the show, message me on Facebook, message me on Instagram, Hot Rod Daddy Andy, or just Andrew D'Ambrosio. It'd be so much easier. I got 2 mics right now. The other person on the mic is the other person who came to a show. His name is Michael.
No cool moniker, just Michael.
Just Michael. He doesn't have a wrestling name. I call him Ricky. That was his name when we were doing Hot Rod Daddy Andy promos at the beginning.
Yeah, all the cool shorts,
But
if you've ever seen them.
I've been dragging Michael out to wrestling shows for...
Since I met you.
It's like 3 years now.
I think so, man.
He didn't
It's a
really
long
know.
time.
He didn't really know anything about modern, like what's happening in wrestling, and now he is more involved in wrestling things than I am.
Yeah, I think I give you the updates.
Yeah, he tells me things about modern wrestling and what's happening on like Raw. Actually watching Raw right now, but he'll tell me things that are happening.
It's
on Raw.
probably a bad idea to put Raw.
Yeah, I
while we're
know.
trying
We
to do
both
this.
have like ADHD, so we're gonna be like, we gotta read the screen, and we gotta read. We gotta watch Raw and see what's happening right now. There's an iPhone 15 commercial.
We're supposed to give an update on probably one of the coolest independent shows I've seen all year.
Yeah. This is
And-
like one of the ones you specifically pay money for because most of the time I just bring him in for free and he doesn't spend. Sorry to any promoter who has to deal with me and Michael because I usually just sneak him in the back door.
Yeah.
But this is the one he pays for. Even though he didn't pay for
I
this
end up
one,
helping out, though,
paid
so
for
it works
this one.
out.
So he didn't pay for it either.
I'll run a table or I'll help clean up.
Yeah,
so.
he does that. But he didn't pay for this show either. I paid for this one as well. He took my ticket
Yeah, it worked out.
because I went to work.
For me, it worked out.
Yeah, for him it did. But, all right, I'm tired of rambling. I've been rambling for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I had planned on just doing it for 40 seconds, so I think we're going to get into the show. Super Wrestlers usually starts off with, like, a recap of what happened and promos
I think we need to back up because not many people know what super wrestlers are.
Oh, yeah. Probably explain the show. You want to explain it to them?
Well, this is their third show in a trilogy. I missed the first one because I didn't know about it, but I watched the last 2, and they're fucking nuts.
The production at Concord Music Hall is insane. Like
top-notch lighting.
Yeah, the video screens, everything there is crazy. If you watch independent wrestling, you see guys out there you probably see on like 3 or 4 different shows. They're the same guys there. You might see some familiar faces there, but they are not the characters.
Yeah, these are original characters created by the promoters. It seems like
these are characters that were strictly made for this promotion, and
there's a whole connected storyline.
yeah, you go from bondage business puppy all the way up to
Porch Pirate.
Yeah, Porch Pirate. You got Ryor,
Vlad Bladder.
Hernia. Vlad Bladder, he's a teenage vampire.
His intro is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, he does have the coolest intro. He's got like 4 druids. US A-hole. You got Nolan the fucking Wizard. This is not a PG podcast, by the way. So
Sorry, kids.
sorry if you're listening to this and you're under the age of 18 or 16, whatever cursing age is these days. I don't know.
We didn't even mention the top names because all of I don't want to call them mid-cards because they're all great, but we didn't mention Shogun.
Oh, yeah, Shogun.
Ryor.
We got to get to that later. I mentioned Ryor. I said Ryor of course.
I missed it.
And his brother just recently showed up. There's a whole like
he can kick rocks.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He has a good mustache though.
But I tell you what, even some of the heels in here, I started cheering for, which was nuts.
Yeah, it's you really find it hard to start booing even the worst guys here because it's like they're freaking great.
We'll get into it later, but USA whole second match had us all going.
Oh yeah, it did. Well, again, like I said, we'll talk about that later.
You want to get into the first match?
Yeah, let's probably start this first match.
Oh, I'm sorry. Again, we should not have put on.
Yeah, we shouldn't have put Raw
WWE
because right
on.
now it's like I think it's a women's match. It's
Oh,
Yeah.
I just heard the shoosh.
Maxine Dupree versus Rhea Ripley, but that's not what happened in Super Wrestlers. They don't have. I don't think Billy Black has the budget to pay WWE wrestlers to come work for him right now. First match. It's got a little context to it. So it was originally supposed to be
Just USA Hole versus
versus
Nolan the
Wizard.
fucking Wizard.
Yeah. But, and here's something we forgot to mention. There's a referee ran by Windows 98. His name is Nexus. He's a robot. Rydal used his, what the heck is it called? The Okame Claw?
I think so. He didn't use it in this
he
show,
used
so
it
I
in this
didn't. I
show.
can't remember the name.
But he used his claw and he hacked Windows 98 and inserted himself into this match. So it made it a triple threat. You had USA Hole versus Nolan the fucking Wizard versus Rydal. Should have slide up here on the screen. You can't see. I'm talking to myself.
So a little background on the characters. USA Hole is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah,
He's full on patriot, but you gotta hate him because he's just an a-hole.
and he came out to the ring with the powdered wig on.
It was kind of great.
Nolan the fucking Wizard is exactly what it sounds like. He's a
fucking wizard.
Yeah, he's a fucking wizard. And Rydal is the brother of Ryor, who just revealed himself at the last show. And he has a good mustache, and he wears his underwear outside his leotard. That's his gist. Like,
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Rydal is.
Barton Bins Loki.
That's a good reference there. The match started with a little communication issues. It looked like he landed on US A-hole's knee.
Yeah, and
But-
I thought he got injured. It was
Yeah, I thought it was like real thing. Like I thought he just tweaked his knee out, but
I think he might have realized they botched it, so he played it off.
yeah, he
Which was a
ended up
good sell if that was the case.
he ended up being good, and conveniently enough, the crowd was all chanting for healthcare at USA Hole, and he
Oh, yeah.
may have been the
He
one
agreed.
who needed it.
I think he agreed.
Yeah, and then he offered mental health care, so he might be a good president someday. Nolan the fucking Wizard has a scepter, which we also forgot to mention. He comes to the ring with that. That scepter flew out of the ring,
Oh yeah.
and a random crowd member picked that scepter up, so now that crowd member has magic. It's not confirmed that he has magic, but if you pick up a magic scepter from a fucking wizard, you've probably got magic, right?
Yeah.
uh,
So I don't know if you saw it, but toward the beginning of the match,
no, you were telling me about this, and I didn't get
All
to
right.
watch this. I wish I saw it, though.
it was insane. I feel like I'm the only person in the whole place that saw it. But
Besides Nolan the fucking wizard.
each ring post has lights attached to it, and they're too low. So Nolan walks around and he just clips it with his forehead, and he like stumbles back and touches his forehead, and he's like, "What the hell?" Then he gets in the ring. He's got this big gash. It looked like it was 2-3 inches long on his forehead, and it
Oh.
starts bleeding.
Nolan the fucking wizard's bleeding out in the ring. Rhea Ripley just beat Maxine Dupree with, oh my god, she was like breaking her spine.
God, it doesn't look
I
normal.
know, I could never scorpion that much. That would
Ugh.
kill me. And then this chick here, Ivy Nile, is freaking jacked. She's built like a goddamn strong turtle. Fucking strong turtle.
Oh man,
She's built like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle without its shell.
Jesus! I would have never put that together.
Nah, I mean,
Oh, I can't unsee it.
it's right there if you're watching Raw. Or if you've watched Raw and you hear this, just laugh along with us. I'm sorry if she gets wind of this.
My
Great
bad.
shape. I'm not that strong. That's fucking hilarious, though.
All right, let's
Yeah,
just back on track
yeah.
because the match picked up and it got better. They cleaned it up.
Yeah, Nolan the Wizard hit a fucking magical fucking flip, and then Rydal, who's a fucking dick,
Yeah, he's a douche.
got in the ring and threw him off of USA Hole and stole victory.
Stole the win.
Yeah.
Inserts
So,
himself in the match. Steals the win.
Rydal. Oh, we forgot to even mention this. This was like a number one contenders match for the prize. Should
Yeah.
have probably led with that, but
And-
now Rydal is the number one contender.
And a little backstory: Rydal is Ryor's brother. We mentioned that, but Ryor was billed as the king of Crosternia. But Rydal said that he is the true king because his brother's been gone for so long.
Yeah, so now he is the number one contender for the prize. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
Again, this is not a normal wrestling show. There's character backstory and
Yeah, there's a lot.
a lot
actually
of
have to
fantasy-based
visually
aspect.
come see. Also, the prize is like a giant glowing bow tie. No one knows what power it holds yet, but
Yeah, it's way different. We're not talking about a normal belt.
Yeah, this is not a belt.
There is a belt though.
Oh yeah. We'll get to
save
that.
it.
We'll get to that. So after that match, a little bit of stuff happened. Billy Wag came out. He had a little talk with the crowd. We got PBR like hella over. They were a sponsor for the show, and then the crowd went crazy because
crowd favorite.
Yeah, crowd favorite here. Business Puppy. I'd mentioned he's like a bondage dog who does business, so he has a little briefcase.
The last show, there was an entire row
of puppies. Yeah,
of puppies in like. It felt like gimp suit masks.
Yeah, they were all the same mask that he had. So funny enough, in the first show after his match, I think there was a box of puppies found. So they must have just grown up within them 3 months because dogs grow fast.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they were at the wrestling show watching their father in the ring. The second show, they weren't here this time though. That kind of sucked. I think I had asked someone about that.
This. I don't know what you call it, but it wasn't a match. It was like a skit in between the matches.
Was a skit. This little interaction was funny because Business Puppy.
It was stupid, but I loved it.
Business Puppy is statistically one of the worst wrestlers in the company, but we all like that. He might not be the worst, but
we love Business Puppy.
Yeah, we love Business Puppy. Even if he is a loser, he is the best. Oh yeah, it is business, not business. That was part of the actual thing that was happening too, because. The person who came out next to the ring was Destructo to try to cut Business Puppy off, but he was calling him by the wrong name. He was calling him Business Puppy, and he didn't react to that. Crowd was chanting at him to get his name right and stuff like that. And Destructo and Madam Shatter came out to the ring, and I can confirm that they both listened to Nickelback. That's what we were trying to get over with the crowd. They specifically listened to Nickelback Creed, yeah.
Yeah, they look like they would.
Madam Shatter broke reality and summoned. What was the first thing? Was the first thing?
It was just the yard.
Yeah. They had summoned just an open field for Business Puppy to come play in.
Do you remember he was like, I do want to pee on it or something?
Yeah, he had said he wanted to pee. But
it's a weird show, guys. But it's
the crowd started chanting heel and down boy, and we were trying to get Business Puppy. Yeah, we were trying to get him to listen to our commands, and he did. But then next thing you know, Madam Shatter also broke another wall of reality, which because, she just do that. Better. Yeah, this time a tennis ball popped up on screen and Business Puppy really wanted this tennis ball. And he couldn't, he like almost
He resisted.
Yeah, he resisted one more time. He did good boy stuff. Like he did not go out.
He was a good boy.
He did not go get a tennis ball. But once again, they listen to Nickelback, they listen to Creed, so they're manipulative little fucks. They broke reality one more time, and then the tennis ball started flying off into the distance, far, far away from Business Puppy, and he couldn't resist the urge anymore, and he started chasing the ball against our will in the crowd, and then they clipped him, and now he is on the leash. And I think they adopted Business Puppy.
Yeah, I don't think we saw him the rest of the show.
I don't know what humane society would allow an intergalactic demon and his Nickelback listening to Demoness.
Well, what was Destructo's thing? He's a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah, but it's from a different planet.
Yeah.
It's from a different planet. They're both aliens, and they just adopted a human Earth dog in a gimp mask.
Yeah.
So the crowd is confused. We've lost Business Puppy, and we don't know how to act. And right now,
so that's just one match and one skit, and it's been chaos from the beginning.
If you've lasted the 13 minutes and 43 seconds, and you're like, what the hell is this man talking about? Is he high? Is he on drugs? No, this is a visually real thing. We were there. Everyone was there.
Yeah, and we're probably talking way too fast, but this show is very exciting, so we'll try to slow it down.
Yeah. Also, this is our first time recording anything, so we're just kind of getting the cadence. We have no clue.
And we're reading off our notes from the show, but we're like reliving it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny because he saw things I didn't see, and I saw things he didn't see, and I know things about the show and what went on that he doesn't know. So, specifically with this,
you got to help a little bit.
Yeah. I was there pretty much all day. Actually, I was there from like 1:16 or 1:15 till the end of the show.
Yeah, so you get to see the behind the scenes, which is cool.
Yeah, it was nuts. And speaking of a match I knew a lot about, this was probably a wrestling world first. This was a man overboard match. If you ever played The Floor is Lava as a kid, that'll explain what this match was.
Before we get into the match, I'm going to talk to let's not get distracted
Yeah,
by
let's
Raw
not get
too
distracted.
much.
Adam Pearce is in the ring with a booklet in his hand.
Before we get into the type of match, do you want to talk about the two people that are going to fight in it, or do you want to do it later?
Let's just frame the match, and then we'll...
All right, we'll frame the match because I like their intros. That's why I want to make sure we talk about
We'll
the
get to that, but I'm framing the match. It was a man overboard match. It is basically the floor is lava, so if you get thrown out the ring, you burn on fire and die. That's the essential of what the match is.
This is probably my favorite match of the night, just because the characters in this match are hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Their gimmicks
that were in this were great.
The gimmicks they have seem so fleshed out.
Like, of all the characters in...
The intros, the music, the videos, the stand-ins, what do you call them, the druids for Vlad Bladder, and then the gimmick that Porch Pirate has when he comes up.
Everything that is presented with them is great and hilarious. So let's talk about who was in this match.
Vlad Bladder came out first.
Vlad Bladder, Teenage Vampire, is exactly as it sounds. His name is Vlad. His last name is Bladder, and he is a teenage vampire.
What is the name of this intro song? Because I hear it and I cannot remember it.
I'm stupid, and I wish I had physically looked up what it is, and both of our phones are occupied right now, so we can't look it up. But
I wish I could remember the lyrics. It's so good.
Crap, man!
If we can get them to share it, we'll share it under like a link underneath.
Yeah. Someone will watch this and then they'll comment or say something. They'll be like, "You idiots! This is such a common song," and they're like, "Yeah, we know,
it really is."
Yeah, we just completely forgot. But his druids came out to the ring and they start go-go dancing on the stage, and you can't see their faces.
It's great.
Yeah, and then Vlad Bladder comes out to the ring, drinks his blood. And vampires are known for their acrobatics, so he flipped into the ring.
He's good.
And, made his big old intro. Got the crowd hyped. And then it got even crazier, because the next person who came out to the ring was the Porch Pirate. And that's exactly as it sounds.
He's got his shanty intro.
Yeah, it's exactly as it sounds. He steals... he's a pirate.
Steals packages, man.
He steals packages off of people's doorsteps, and he brought that
he brings them to the show
and the boxes to the ring. So if your packages were missing, they were probably at Super Wrestlers last night, and they had some interesting gifts in them.
Some were okay.
Yeah, there were some normal things, but there were a lot of abnormal things. Which again, if you're under the age of 18
21
or 21, stop listening now because it gets crazy. Again. We fucking love the Vlad Bladder song. We loved the Porch Pirates intro. I got a gift, which was sick. So I got a gift from someone who...
You got the bells.
Yeah, I got the bells and
then the
lights. You got the lights.
Yeah.
They were good gifts. Someone's going to be missing them for Christmas, so I'm sorry, but my dog likes them. Instantly, and here's more background stuff I wish I had gotten into before this. Porch Pirate was on the last show. I think that was his first one. And
my bad.
He really got over rubber dicks. Like dildos.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no. The dildos were hella over.
They were flying.
Yeah, and he like I worked with him and he was talking about how he didn't want it to go over, and I told him, I was like, lean into that. Make that like the entire shtick of what this has gotta be. And he leaned into it. He leaned into it really well. Right now we're having some technical difficulties because Michael decided to play with his phone in the middle of this. And now he's lost. And there we go. We're back. He got over with the rubber dicks, and it was the most hilarious thing ever in the first match that the crowd remembered. And 3 months later, it has become his shtick now. So Porch Pirate has... mad dicks.
Yeah.
Like they're all over the place.
So this isn't to take away from the match because those are two athletic dudes.
Yeah. It did start with a lot of good wrestling to begin with.
There's a still that they a picture they shared.
Yeah, the front drop kick.
Yeah, it looks nuts.
Yeah, if you go to the Concord Music Hall page on Facebook, you'll see I think like a group of 8 photos on the website, and you'll see that picture. You'll see a guy dressed like a pirate, and you'll see a guy somewhere out in the hallway, I think. You'll see a guy dressed like a pirate, and you'll see a guy dressed like a vampire, and he's doing a front drop kick. Now, I'm seeing things. There's ghosts in our hallway right now, so I'm seeing things. Yes, the match was wrestling. It was good, and they were doing a lot of crazy, high-flying, big moves. And then all hell broke loose once the packages started getting opened.
The idea of the match just being a 2-man Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was basically a one-on-one Royal Rumble match. Now that you mentioned
it. I think they mentioned it in that.
Makes it sound so much funnier. Yeah, it's just a one-on-one Royal Rumble.
But it was good. Like, there was the one point where Christian, the ref, who I think Christian's the most over person in that whole show.
The referee, young boy Christian, was getting chants all night from everybody for everything that he did, and I'll mention it more later.
Yeah, but he started doing a count out when they were both laying down. And I was like, "Does this count? Does this work?
That one's burning."
So it was fun.
Notoriously hate lava, by the way, and so do pirates. They both hate lava.
I mean, it's not the North Sea, though.
Yeah, that's true. They were talking about that in the match too. Maybe if someone could look this up on like Wikipedia, do vampires hate lobsters? Can they get eaten by them? If vampires are eaten by lobsters, do they die, or do the lobsters turn into vampires?
Will they drink their blood? Because don't lobsters have like blue blood?
Yeah, but lobsters eat like anything that's at the bottom of the sea. Can vampires swim?
I'm more curious about the blue blood.
There's a lot of questions to ask about what would happen. But let's get back to what happened. Toys started coming out. Lots of rubber toys came out.
So the Porsche Pirates
was like the size of
massive.
It had to have been like my forearm.
It's a forearm.
I've got long arms, so that's a very big rubber dildo.
I've never seen so many men cheer for a rubber.
Oh my god, the crowd popped so hard, and I couldn't wait till the next day at work to be like, "I told you, Mark. I told you, Porsche Pirate. I told you that the dicks were gonna get over, man. You have to lead into the dicks."
Yeah. So then the match goes on, and Vlad Blatter sees another package, so he's like, "Well, I'm gonna go see what I can use."
And lo and behold, what's in the box? Another dick.
Just a little smaller and a little pink.
Small dick, and the crowd recognized that it was a small dick, and Vlad played to the crowd and said, "It's not the size of the dick, it's how you use it." And then they proceeded to have a sword fight in the center of the ring with...
But...
I see you in the hallway, person. We were recording. Please go. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to continue on with this. They had an excellent sword fight in the middle of the ring. If you've ever watched any of the Star Wars movies, think Star Wars movies without the lightsaber sounds. God, Concord Music Hall, if you hear this, please put the lightsaber sound effects next time they have a sword fight in the match. That would be the most absolutely hilarious thing I've ever heard. So, proceeding on to the match, the sword fight ends, and lo and behold, what's his name? The pirate becomes a master of dick jitsu. We're going to coin that word. That word is going to be copywritten. No one can ever use that. Don't put that on a shirt unless you work for super wrestlers. Dick jitsu. He started swinging that thing around, man, getting ready for the fight. And I think at some point he had disarmed Vlad Blatter to get the small pink one. And then with my favorite spot ever of the entire match, the entire show, and I mean, it's not me being biased because we thought about this in a truck as we were driving one day, but he put up the dicks in a cross symbol and made the infamous crucifix. He created a crucifix, and the crowd went fucking nuts for two dicks crossed. It was a crucifix. Michael, what do you think about the crucifix? Your first crucifix.
Yeah, I'm glad I came back just in time for that.
Yeah,
I had to get rid of my
crucifix
kid
like 8 times.
Yeah, my kid came down, so I didn't want to hear about the crucifix.
Yeah, no one needs to hear about
that. That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I don't think they had planned on somebody coming up with a phrase for it.
Oh, no.
Here you are.
Me and Mark had brainstormed this, and it took us 2 minutes in the truck one day, and then the way I remember it, I told him to use the dicks and make a cross, and then he had said crucifix, and I'm like, that's it. That's the one right there.
Crucifix. I thought you came up with that on the spot.
No. That was like a 5-minute conversation about crucifix, and
just 2 guys in a truck.
Yeah, 2 guys in a work truck talking about making a dick cross. That's what happened. And if you think that's where it ends, no, it gets even funnier, because after the crucifix is broken, the pirate goes to the box again that had the other pink dick.
Oh, I forgot about this.
He proceeds to pull out what he thought was garlic powder
And blew it in his face.
blew it in his face. The whole crowd reacted as if Vlad's face was going to burn off and melt until Vlad realized.
He was like, "It's onion powder, you dumbass."
And the crowd laughed its ass off. He like...
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we spent a lot of time on this
I feel
match.
like we're slowly well, it was my favorite. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I
this
feel
is
like we're slowly realizing that Porch Pirate might not be the smartest.
No, Porch Pirate wasn't the smartest, but also it's packages people ordered. How was he supposed to know?
That is
Also,
true.
why does Amazon load loose powder inside of a package? What was Amazon thinking there? Bad Amazon packages.
Not anthrax.
Yeah, no. That could have been anything. It could have been cocaine for all we know. But he threw it at the pirate.
So that was probably the best spots, but the ending was cool too.
Yeah. So Blackbeard got thrown onto the apron after...
Reminder: this is a floor is lava match.
Yeah. So he's on the apron right now. And then Vlad decided tonight would be the night to turn someone into a vampire. He hasn't bit anyone until now, but he bit Blackbeard. And from what I was told by management, Blackbeard is ill. He's not feeling well. He can't rob anybody because Amazon doesn't deliver it.
So some packages will be safe.
Yeah,
for
some
Christmas.
packages will be safe. If you order your packages in the daytime, your packages are fine. If you get them at night, then you might have to worry about losing your packages and getting bit by a vampire. So
A pirate vampire.
yeah, vampire.
Vampire.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
another good word right there.
I hate you.
I don't think Amazon's healthcare package will cover vampirism.
That's okay. He doesn't work for Amazon.
Well, you're right. I don't think he'll be able to. I don't think there's healthcare that covers vampirism. Then he's just done.
All right. So after that match, they did an intermission, and then Billy Whack is the headliner. The
Billy
announcer.
Whack is like the maestro of all of this right now. Billy Whack is super creative. From every time I've talked to him, like
Him and CM.
CM Venom, chick, the magnet of chicks, Venom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's another segment that happens after this. This happens on screen. Ryor is talking to the magnet of chits. Magnum of chits. She's a magnet of chicks. Venom. CM Venom. And the whole promo.
We'll try. We could try to explain it, but it's just so funny to watch.
The whole promo. You're looking at Ryor trying to understand that he shouldn't do something, but every time CM Venom mentions the word interfere, Ryor would look off into the distance as if he was thinking about interfering. But it happened like 6 times, and you would have thought that they would have killed the joke, but it did not die, and it was hilarious. And
That's
all
great.
we wanted was for Ryor to interfere, and we'll get into that later. You would think he would have done that, but he doesn't. So I kind of spoiled that. We'll get to that later, though.
All right.
We're going to move on to the next match because there was a little intermission right now, but we're going to move on to the next one. It was Jordan Cross, who is he was the Prince
Punk
of
Rock
Punk Rock.
Prince, yeah.
Yeah, that way. That's the way you say it. And he fought Destructo, who stole our dog, and we want it back.
And I'll be honest, they're both heels. I didn't think I was going to like this match.
Yeah. This was the one that had heel versus heel, and this is like we said earlier. Like you don't know who you want to cheer for until you watch it,
And I like Jordan Cross comes across easily as just somebody you don't want to like.
yeah,
He plays
snarky.
it great.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And I can tell you, the last 2 shows, I gave that kid shit, and this one, I was singing songs for him, trying to get like any kind of like cool reaction out of the crowd.
And even Destructo got some cheers. And,
Yeah.
like he just kidnapped Business Puppy,
Yeah,
which
and he
everybody
was getting-
loved.
Yeah, and that was like 10 minutes ago, and everyone acted as if it was like forgotten. Again, we want our dog back. Bring our dog
Yeah,
back.
there were chants.
I have it listed in the notes once again that Destructo
You know
and Madam Shadow specifically told me they listen to Creed, so that's not like a lie. They don't do it ironically; they do it like for real. They listen to Creed and Nickelback. It's an honest to God thing. If they have a Wikipedia page or a death match or
I forgot this was the Nexus match.
oh yeah, this is the only time.
Yeah.
So Nexus, the referee. He was in the ring for this match.
And what exactly is Nexus?
Nexus is a robot referee powered by Windows 98, who he also plays Minesweeper. So
He also will electrocute you if you're touched by
oh
him.
yeah, you cannot touch this referee or you're going to get zapped and die. So never touch the referee.
And the whole match, nobody got zapped. And I was like, what? This is disappointing.
Yeah, but I do feel like maybe, and this is just me being like a conspiracy theorist, maybe Rydal had hacked him more than just getting himself into the match, but maybe he was like, all right, I'm going to use Nexus as a way to get me wins maybe. And I don't know, because Nexus looked like he was in the way for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Jordan Cross told him to move out of the way.
It's like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like 4 times. He looked
And then
like
it
he was
wasn't
just,
even until the end when Destructo kept putting Cross's hand on there.
it looked like maybe Nexus was becoming a little more sentient than Windows 98. We're watching Raw again as this is all going along right now.
Punk's on.
Yeah, Punk's on, and Rollins is in the ring. We at least like Rollins. We don't know what they're saying, but they're saying stuff.
They look serious.
Uh,
Real quick, Madam Shatter, how has nobody made a Shat her joke?
Son of a bitch. Well, March 10th, everyone, which is a good time to tell you about this. March 10th is the next show at the Concord Music Hall. Get tickets. I think they're available now. Come out to that and
I
make
just
sure you
want to
say
hear
Madam Shat
one
her.
person say, it looks like she shat her pants.
Yeah, do that pun and then start singing Creed songs and Nickelback just to see if they react to it. We're giving you all chant ideas. Buy tickets. It's great.
Mario Day.
Yeah, March 10th. Mario Day. So this match had one of the nastiest bumps on the card.
I don't remember.
Was it from the inside out or was it from the rope down? But Jordan Cross got chokeslammed onto the apron.
side. Yeah.
He got chokeslammed onto the apron of the ring.
And he didn't land flat.
God, no.
It
He
was
hit
bad.
so hard. He was okay. After that, Destructo did get the win and proceeded to drag Jordan Cross's carcass to Nexus, who had not moved out of the corner. Like I said,
always in the way for
he
Cross.
stayed in that same corner the entire match after Cross had avoided them 3 times. And Destructo made Cross touch Nexus, and everything started zapping and going crazy. The lights started flickering. This is something you got to see when you go to...
It's such a good production, man.
So nuts. That's why I put this on there. Ryor comes down and saves the young lad.
That's right.
Because he was calling him young boy. That's why I was figuring.
That's right.
That's why I wrote this down. And then I think
I forgot Ryor came out at all.
Yeah, Ryor came out and saved Jordan Cross because he was just going to let the Destructo was just going to keep touching his body against Nexus.
From my angle, it looked like he was just putting Jordan Cross's arm right on his jaw.
Yeah, I think. Is this the part where they did the Ryor Pabst Blue? Not Pabst PBR. Yeah,
I think so.
Oh my god, I said
yeah.
This is where they did that, and this is where we started doing the 5-star PBR chant.
That was a good chant.
And
yeah,
Ryor was tasting Earth's nectar.
He just looks at Billy Wack was out there.
Yeah, Wack came back out again.
Ryor's just calling out the promotion, funding it.
Yeah, it's so cheap plug for PBR. Hey, PBR, if you're listening to this, give us a sponsor. I don't drink, but Michael does, and we love PBR. Fuck Heineken.
I mean, if you do sponsor, I'll drink PBR. That's fine.
Yeah, fuck you, Heineken. If anyone gets that movie
I love
quote,
that Blue Velvet Raspberry
quote comment later after I post this. We still did not get Business Puppy back, so he was missing that entire night.
That might have been the most disappointing thing of the whole show.
He was kidnapped, and we lost our puppy, so we need to start putting up like wanted posters. We need to know where he is. There will probably be a reward, and this is going to lead into another crazy ass match with.
I thought this was another one I wasn't going to like.
Yeah,
2 heels.
This is another one with 2 heels, and this is the one with the title we have to explain.
And it's got the weirdest character in the whole promotion.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely the oddest character in the whole promotion, and it started off with the vignette of the oddest character. His name is Pubic Moose.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yes, pubic, not public, just Pubic Moose. He is statistically the worst wrestler on
the promotion.
He has lost every match he has been there. and he is in sole possession of the Hot Potato Championship. The Hot Potato Championship.
Gotta get a picture of it.
You'll have to visually see this. It's like an LWF classic.
It's like a cloth belt, like a cheap, Joanne Fabrics
it's like a
cloth.
sash with a really shit smiley
face. It's got Rubik's cubes. It's got a smiley face.
It's got a shitty old CM Punk air freshener on it.
Yeah, it wasn't. What was the cassette?
Oh my god! Why are we blanking on the good stuff?
I want to say it was like Crisscross, but it wasn't.
Nah, it wasn't Crisscross.
We'll come back to it. There's something else on there that
it'll pop up, and we'll think of it. It had a CM Punk thing on it. It had Rob Layfield's. I think it was New Mutants comic book. It's like one of the worst comic books ever, and it has. I think it was a rubber chicken or a claw.
There's something hanging on there, but it's all just stuff that's super embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, and it has a pin on it that's hilarious. It said, I may look 40, but I'm 27 on the inside or some crap like that.
I may be 40, but I look 29.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's absolutely hilarious. The best pin ever.
It's a great belt.
Yes, so Hot Potato Championship goes to the worst wrestler on the...
Worst statistical wrestler in the promotion.
So he is the champion of that, and that belt talks. We just found that out. That belt,
does it talk, or is it all in his head?
I don't know. He's a moose, so he might be feral. He might be in a rut. Yeah. It's winter. I don't know how that works for moose.
Do you remember the beginning when CM Venom was like, "I need a farrier, somebody that works on hooves or whatever"?
Good word of the day, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a good one. So if you know a good farrier out there who could trim this moose's hooves, hit us up or hit up Super Wrestlers because he needs it. So it was Pubic Moose and. He fought US A-Hole, who had his second match of the night.
Again, another heel versus heel. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to be into it at all.
But this time, US A-Hole had backup. He came out to the ring. I forgot what his damn Eagle's name was. It
doesn't matter.
No, it was Alopecia.
That's right.
What it was. The Eagle's name was Alopecia. And the crowd went nuts.
The Eagle was amazing.
The Eagle was the best thing ever. There's just so many animal-based wrestlers.
I've never seen a heel go to a face faster in my life.
He went from being the bad guy everyone hated to the guy everyone loved because of an eagle named Alopecia.
His dance moves were good, though.
Oh yeah, that eagle was great. It looked hilarious. But again, you don't want this belt. It's
I don't remember much of this match because of the damn eagle.
Yeah, the eagle threw me off a lot. I do remember chanting
a lot of pube chants.
Yeah, Pubic Moose came to the ring, and again, Pubic Moose.
It's what it is.
It's exactly what it sounds like. He is a moose who is shedding specifically pubes. It's always pubes.
He comes out with a bag of them.
Yeah, this time he came to the ring with a sack of pubes.
Billy Wax said something. He goes, "Didn't you hear of No Shave November?"
Yeah, no.
So I've never seen them bring that much out there.
Yeah, there was a whole sack of Santa Claus sack style of pubes that he used to attack US A-Hole at the beginning of the match. And we got massive pube chants starting for the entire show. It was the second time in the night. There were pubes in the ring before Pubic Moose even got out there somehow. He was just shedding so bad. The Eagle at one point started squawking at Pubic Moose because eagles and moose are notoriously enemies. They both hate each other.
We forgot to mention that Business Puppy was supposed to face.
Oh, yeah. That's what this match was. In Business Puppy, since he was kidnapped, if you know where our dog is, bring him back. He, hopefully not R.I.P. We need him alive. But that's
how US A-Hole came in.
That's how US A-Hole got in. Yeah, because he's third worst, because he'd be the third worst wrestler.
Yeah.
Because he's lost every match he's been in. The Eagles squawked and scared Pubic Moose a little bit and gave US A-Hole an advantage. But then Pubic Moose got the advantage back and did the funniest name move ever in the thing. He did the Moose Knuckle Shuffle. Which if you watch WWE in the 2000s, John Cena's 5 knuckle shuffle. Just think of that, but with a hoof.
Oh yeah.
And Moose Knuckle. And he got a real close 2 off that. So Pubic Moose almost passed the belt along to US A-Hole.
I want to share the link of the pictures just so people can get a view of these characters because it's.
Yeah, I wish this was visual, but just like I said, go to the Concord page or just go to Super Wrestlers page. You'll see a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah,
from previous things.
You'll see their promos too. You'll get the good concept of how it goes, because it's not a normal promotion, guys.
USA Hole got the win, so I guess that moves him a little bit more out of the ranking of being the worst wrestler.
Which means Pubic Moose still has this belt.
Pubic Moose is still statistically the worst wrestler in Super Wrestlers, and now he is still the champion, and he proceeds to have an absolute mental breakdown the ring.
He threw pubes at Billy Wack.
He did. He pubed Billy Wack. That's on here. It says Billy got pubed. And this is where we got the announcement that they're going to be back on March 10th for Mario Day.
I'm hoping it's a full one-off video game based promotion.
Yes. Hey, if you hear this,
if it's not, I won't be mad.
Let me come in as Wario, brother. I can do that. I'm very good at that, and I have.
You're too tall. You might need to be Waluigi.
I can come in as Waluigi and get that over like hella crazy because I got a good mustache.
You could probably do the wah.
Yeah, wah. Perfect. Look, I'm already Waluigi. Nintendo's going to send ninjas after us to kill us for this.
Oh yeah. Cut this out.
Yeah, we'll bleep this out. Then our favorite referee came to the ring. I think this was an intermission, so we didn't really have to cheer for him.
Christian put in work.
But Christian worked, man. If it wasn't Nexus, it was Christian refereeing. I think he every match.
Nexus only did one.
Yeah, so Christian refereed every single match.
You would think for a robot he'd be able to do more.
Yeah, his processors were down.
Windows 98,
well. Yeah. But Christian started sweeping the pubes out of the rings and got a huge pop just for sweeping pubes. The belt is alive. The belt did give Moose good advice. It told him he needs to just win. Pubic Moose decided not to listen to it and lost.
Just don't be a bitch, Moose.
The belt is actually doing a good managerial job of a Moose, but I think because Moose can't talk the belts, like regular people can, he lost the match.
But that was the first 4 matches, no?
I think that was the first 4. Okay.
So this match, I don't understand the booking.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Oh, my God. So I'm smiling here because this match, the crowd kind of took over. So it was Danger.
Before we get into Danger Mask, I need to know, is he supposed to be a heel or a face?
He's definitely a heel. He's a heel.
And I don't think the crowd knows this.
No, the crowd does not want him to be a heel because he comes out and everyone's got a cell phone. The little Italian hands that everyone does.
Oh, yeah.
He does the little Italian hands and then he dips them afterwards, but we don't pay attention to that part. We only
the dip doesn't exist to us.
The dip doesn't exist. But this whole match, I won't lie to you, I kind of blanked because I was so busy watching and laughing with the crowd. We completely we were so invested in making Danger Mask.
We got him
Italian.
Over.
Yeah, we want him to be Italian. Danger Mask get Italian colored gear made.
He's wearing a luchador mask.
Yeah, no, he's wearing
a full-on luchador.
Yeah, and it's like a skull-looking thing. It was purple. It wasn't even Italian. I don't even think the man's Italian. I think he's I think from what I was told, his family is Irish or something like that.
Oh,
so he's not even close to Italian. But when he came out to the ring, I won't lie to you, everyone's accent just changed, and I have it written on the screen. It says, Danger Mask is fucking Italian, baby. He's a regular gabagool. And he absolutely...
dude, I was dying.
Every reference to Olive Garden or breadsticks or ziti.
I'm walking here.
Yeah. And every Italian pun we could think of that we've seen in movies, we just started laying out. He was doing chops in the corner, and I think we were doing a whole service of Italian dish. We were and the pasta, and the sauce, and the gabagool, and the breadsticks. We just kept going with the Italian puns. We can't see what his facial reactions are under the mask.
But through all of that, you still wanted to cheer for Ryor, too.
Yeah. We still cheered for Ryor, who was the clear face in all this. Ryor is if you think of He-Man and Thor kind of mixed together, Ryor is the savior of Cross Turnia, and hopefully he gets his prize.
He-Man and Thor is a good one, but there's a childlike innocence to what he knows about Earth.
He's still trying to understand Earth things, so he's still learning that. But again, the crowd and we were just so in trying to make Italian Danger Mask.
I feel bad. Now I feel bad because Ryor is supposed to be over and we made Danger Mask.
Ryor was still over. Ryor was being cheered. There were Ryor chants, there usually are. But we were just so invested in Italian puns that I lost track, and I think everyone else lost track.
Oh yeah,
But-
it was chaos.
Ryor did get the win.
I think even Ryor at one point made an Italian reference for Danger
He
Mask.
might have. I just wish I remember half the
Oh.
references that were made. It was crazy.
It was nuts. The crowd work in that one might have overshadowed the match, but the match was still amazing.
Yeah, it was a great match. And Ryor again.
Good win.
Yeah, good win. I think he's got.
Oh,
I don't know how many wins he has. I think he's won every match he's done. No, he lost one. He did lose.
He lost
one to
against
at
Shogun.
the beginning, like the very first show. He lost the match to Shogun, which gave Shogun the prize. And now we can talk about Shogun.
and then the second show, something happened with the brother and Ryor.
Yeah, Rydal decided to show up.
Like drained him.
Yeah, he used his like brain claw sucker thingy to.
God, I wish I could remember the name of that.
Yeah, I swear it's like
Okani.
Okani. I think it's Okani.
I think you're right.
Again.
It's close.
Check the Super Wrestlers page. There's promos up. You'll see what we messed up on. Main event was. Oh wait, what have I got here? The main event was Shogun versus Rydal. Remember, Rydal hacked himself into the first triple threat match,
And then he won it.
and then he won that match, and that made him number one contender for the prize. The prize is a glowing bow tie with mysterious powers that we do not know. And Shogun is trying to understand what his powers are.
Yeah, dude, we
He
didn't
has-
even get into this.
Yeah, no.
prize
Shogun has a black hand, and he's trying to understand what it is. It seems to give him like super strength and like
Yeah, he's got powers. He said
Yeah.
that he rescued a cat out of a tree.
he rescued a cat out of a tree, all that good stuff, superhero shit.
Yeah,
He drove a sick Corvette in the middle of Chicago. empty
his
streets.
promos are wild.
Yeah, his promos
They're
are
just, like,
crazy.
Badass
He was
kind
in
of
a
future
dungeon
dude.
full of books. He reads a lot. But we have Rydal versus I almost said Nexus. Rydal versus Shogun for the prize. The prize is on the line. We lied. Oh wait, no, it didn't. Nexus got hacked. That's what we're gonna say. We're wrong.
Yeah, just so we got to
Okay.
where we were.
Again, prize is a strange bow tie. Like
We call it a bow tie, but it's not that small. It's
Yeah. Oh no, it's massive.
massive.
It's super heavy. Christian, the young
Lights
boy,
up, it's
struggled
got-
to hold it. He couldn't withstand the power of the
massive pop for Christian getting over his
massive
head.
pop for Christian again for holding the belt for a little bit. He did the best he could, but he was not strong enough because he's a mere mortal
So,
referee.
All the promos of Shogun and this prize are him questioning what it is. There's some. What was the name of the guy that talked to Shogun? There was like a.
I think Rachel told me it was Catalyst Tambor.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Or it's vice versa, like Tambor Cat. I think it's
Catalyst Tambor.
Yeah. So Catalyst Tambor is a mysterious bucket head wearing person who has information.
Can take his powers away. Can take Shogun's powers away
Can
if he
zap
wanted.
Shogun's powers, can give him back and help him understand what this prize does. And Shogun had to win this match to unlock the full usage of his power, I believe, is what it was.
Yeah.
I won't lie. This whole match, Rydal got his ass whooped. Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
The first move, Shogun ripped out a chunk of his hair.
oh my god, yeah. So for like
I don't even think he realized it. He was
No.
just holding
a
it.
quarter of the match, Shogun, with the power of the black glove, had Rydal's weave, which we started chanting for. It was not a real weave; it was his actual hair, and he has long hair. He had a chunk of it.
Good mustache though.
Yeah, great mustache, good hair. And he had a chunk of his hair in his glove, just walking around ringside with hair attached to his glove unknowingly. Again, Rydal was getting absolutely beaten up this entire match. And then on the screen,
Oh yeah, this was mid match,
yeah,
right?
mid-match, Catalyst Tambor, the Buckethead guy,
Shows
showed up on screen and told Shogun he was going to reveal himself. And then the slow reveal happened, and lo and behold, Catalyst Tambor was Shogun all along. The crowd was
Like
freaking shocked.
it almost seemed like split personality. Like the eyes, even like it was nuts.
Yeah, I don't see
Real
Shogun
crazy
smile.
eyes, yeah.
So seeing that person smile, I think it was like some sort of alternate reality, maybe future Shogun, like Shogun from the future who,
Alternate universe.
yeah, like maybe someone used the prize and Shogun in the future is now Catalyst Tambor.
So because of that kind of pop reveal,
Yeah, Rydal beat
was
Shogun.
it
I think it was
Was it
was
another-
it a low blow?
I think it might have
Did he
been,
low blow him?
or just a roll up, maybe. I think it was a low blow into
I think
a
it was a
roll up.
low blow to a roll up, and Rydal, who is now the owner of the prize, got a brand new song, which you'll have to check out on Super Wrestlers because I don't remember it verbatim.
Yeah, during the promotion, Rydal's intro was kind of lame.
Yeah, and then he
It was
got
just
that new one
his
at the
name
end.
on a screen, and then he got a
He
new
doesn't
one.
love his brother. That's all I remember. And that was the funniest
Oh
part.
yeah, there was a whole thing.
There's a whole vocal like thing for it you gotta watch. Rydal now has the prize and he can do whatever he wants to Cross Turnia. So Cross Turnia is in absolute danger. And Rydor came to the ring and chased off his brother Rydal, who took the prize and fled
Oh,
like
he was
a
gone
baby.
quick.
He was gone. Did not want anything to do with his brother. And then we had the stare down between Ryor and Shogun. Shogun is on his knees in the corner now.
Now, mind you, these two fought in the last promotion.
Yeah, the first show. Now Shogun is in the corner, completely confused about what the heck just happened, and the Catalyst, the Tambor, Catalyst Tambor, completely confused, doesn't know what the heck's going on. So maybe you are right. Maybe it is like a split personality thing.
I don't
didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
but that leaves you asking a ton more questions. You thought
Oh yeah.
Ryor was.
I thought this was going to be like wrap it up, conclusion of a trilogy, and we're good to go. But it just was all cliffhangers.
Yeah.
What happened to Business Puppy?
Business Puppies.
What's going to happen to Shogun now?
What's going to happen to Cross Turnia now that Rydal has the prize? Does he know what it does?
Is the Porch Pirate going to be a vampire now?
Yeah, is he going to be a vampire? We
No.
don't know.
Is USA Hole going to be a good guy?
Will the bird be back? Bring back the bird.
Bring back the bird.
Is
please.
someone ever going to figure out what is wrong with Pubic Moose and why he shed so much?
Is
Hold
Danger
on.
Mask actually Italian?
Yeah, is Danger Mask Italian? That's a great question. That's probably one of the biggest questions. Is Jordan Cross the long-lost son of Ryor? I was asking this
Oh.
question
It's
after
got
the
like
show.
an
Yeah,
invincible.
that's exactly what I mentioned. I told him Invincible. I said, dude, I don't know if you've ever watched this before, but
Great.
you're like Mark now. You are his son. He's an alien from another planet. It's perfect. This is Invincible.
If you haven't seen Invincible, watch
Yeah,
it.
watch
It's
Invincible.
great. Amazon Prime.
Who else was on this? Vampire. Is he going to be solely responsible for the fact that Porch Pirate is now Porch Vampire? Like, is
Vampire, you can't get over that.
he? Is he going to be like? Is he going to be like the caretaker for him? Is he going to make sure he has like sunscreen when he goes out in the daytime? Is this like a Blade situation?
Oh shit!
Is he going to be like a Daywalker?
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah, Daywalker vampires.
some Wesley Snipes.
Well, hopefully we get Business Puppy back.
Yeah. What else is there hanging around? I don't know. I don't think there's
Nolan the fucking wizard.
Will his forehead heal?
Yeah, will his forehead heal?
Sorry, Nolan.
Sorry, Nolan. Watch out for them. I hope Ryor saves his planet, and I hope he messes up his brother in his poopy little tunic and beats him up. Was there anything else?
Oh, will Pubic Moose ever get rid of that belt?
Oh, yeah. Will anyone ever believe him that this belt actually talks? I doubt it because he's a moose. He's probably feral. Do moose get rabies? I don't think moose get rabies.
I mean,
They would have to put him down.
they probably put him down.
don't. I don't know.
But I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm very curious what this next show is going to be because it looks different. Like they're doing the Mario theme
Yeah.
and stuff of the.
So that was the end of the trilogy. Again, it was like a Star Wars thing.
Oh, we didn't even mention what was really cool was they did the surprise tickets under the seat gimmick.
Oh, yeah, the
they
Oprah
Oprah'd
thing.
it up.
Which was, in hindsight, probably a bad idea. Like, because everyone started getting out of their chairs and flipping them over mid-show.
Oh yeah.
So,
I checked like 3 chairs and somebody was at the bar. I was like, I'm checking his seats.
so maybe they'll have to figure out a better way of doing it. Maybe shoot them at not out of a confetti cannon, because then people are going to bum rush the stage.
Maybe just like every 10th person in line, or the first 5 in line.
Billy, if you're hearing this and people buy T-shirts, hide them in the shirts randomly.
Roll them up in the shirts.
Yeah, roll them in the shirts and
Or
I got
the first 10 to line up for the next show.
Yeah, there you go. You get incentive to buy 2 tickets at a show. I don't know. You've got an idea. You'll know what to do. But
I want to know how they're going to do the next show.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a one-off? Because it looks totally different.
yeah, the next one is not as moody as the other 3 have been. It's a video game theme for March 10th.
So, and they only run this every quarter.
Yeah. It's an every 3 month show. So if you don't have tickets now, they said tickets are available. They were available
Like right away.
the night of, which was nice because not a lot of places do that.
Yeah.
But
They do a really good job of everything.
I strongly advise anyone who is listening to this or whoever listens to this, buy tickets like as fast as you can, because if you don't, people show up and those tickets will go, and there ain't a lot of seats on the floor.
I mean, it's on a Sunday, but I was home by 10.
Yeah, you get home pretty early. It's a relatively easy show. They do the show breakdown really well. So they do 2-match intermission, 2-match intermission, and then the 2-match the finalize the show.
It's a great breakdown.
Yeah, it's a great breakdown. But we're rambling right now. Again, this is the first podcast, so if you liked what you're hearing, we're gonna do more audio ones. We're also gonna do more video ones. Follow me on.
Give us suggestions.
Yeah. Give us suggestions. Like comment stuff, talk, ask us stuff.
We got big plans for this podcast. We're eventually gonna make it video based.
Yeah. If you want to be a guest on it, again, just message me on Andrew D'Ambrosio or the Hot Rod Daddy Andy page. On Facebook.
If you want to be a guest, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram.
If there's somebody you want us to try to get as a guest, we'll try.
Yeah. Even if it's just like video, we can not video. Call with us on video. We'll try that too. We're learning technology slowly.
We're winging it right now. We tried planning it, and we just said, you know what, screw it. Let's get one out there and see how it goes.
Yeah, and it's kind of gone because we've done this for about 55 minutes, way longer than I thought. Because I told Rachel like 30, and I've been down here for almost an hour.
You know what's crazy is we've been talking fast too.
Yeah, and it's a lot of speed. But follow me on Facebook, Hot Rod Daddy Andy. Follow me on Instagram, AndyLives_. Same on TikTok, I think. Say what?
Hot Rod Daddy Andy Show.
Oh yeah, Hot Rod Daddy Andy Show on Facebook as well.
YouTube eventually.
Yeah, I do have a YouTube. It's Hot Rod Daddy Andy on YouTube as well. I think that's all.
We'll get it all squared away.
Yeah, I'll put a little graphic up eventually. But I think that's all the. Our truth is coming out. That's all the information I have. So I think we're going to end this now.
Yeah, we need to watch our truth, guys.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you later.
It's got Christmas lights. See y'all.